Hi team, good morning and good evening. Let us start the session and let me quickly rewind the demonstration sessions what I have completed in the last three sessions. Okay. So hope I'm thinking by today everybody having the installation and setup everything is good, right? Any issues? Can I take it as a good, right? Okay. So who started this Python? The Python was developed by the Guido van Rossum in the year of 1991. Okay. So why we're using the Python? So what is the history of the Python? Which places it is using? So nowadays we don't have any limitation for the Python. It has to be used in the so and so place. Web application, web APIs, automation testing, gaming, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, networking applications. So many applications we are using. Here the first step to learn about the Python is first we need to know about the Python and core Python, advanced Python. So about the entire Python. So next the next step is we need to know about the web application and then we need to go for the data science. So this is the order we should be learn. Once you go in the proper order, it is very easy to learn it. Okay. So when these applications of Python with web app developed in the 2005 by introducing the Django. Django is a very small framework. It's not much of the difficult. So our core intention, we're fully focusing on the Python. So next we'll see about how to connect with the database to fetch the information, store the data about the dealing. Okay. So to develop application, three things are required. Web technologies, server side, and the database. So web technologies are nothing but a client side, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. So what our Python contains? Simply, if you know about these three six, your Python is complete. Comments, data types, all the data types, functions, statements. These are the conditional statements or looping statements, operators, keywords. Next. So what are the installation process? Three things to be installed. What are those? Anyone? What are the three things to be required? Work with the Python. The first Python. Yes, please go ahead.
Uh, Python, Python,
First, we need to install Python framework. Next, Python
Python
runtime
runtime,
and
and
Python
another
IDE.
IDE, which can be anything like Jupyter and PyCharm or VS Code, anything.
Yes, it can be anything, whatever you can able to use. Okay.
Right.
This Python, why I need to install the framework? Why I install use the runtime? If you want to write some program, you need to write something, right? Can I write ABC? So ABC is the keyword. It will be become a print. Just a print is the statement. The statement will be become a syntax once you are using the specific framework. Clear? English words are become a instructions or the statements once you install the framework. Once a framework is installed, you are writing the syntax and developing a program. I need to run or no? So runtime environment is required. Next, what is an IDE? For example, you want to write where you are going to be write. An IDE is required. Okay. So once you install Python, how to check means here you can able to open the Python or you can able to open the command prompt. Either no need to check for the version directly. If you type the Python, it will be show if it is installed. Otherwise, it will show in the searches. Okay. So by that you can able to check installed or not. So this is our runtime. So this is the checking. So all these three sessions we have completed. If anybody missed, please go through the earlier sessions. Okay. So coming to the versions, the Python was came in the 1991. So once if a company release any version directly coming to the market, no alpha version, beta version, and different testing process will be go on. Okay. Still, if you want to test WhatsApp alpha beta versions also you can able to test before going for the major release. Now iPhone 4, uh, Yeah. Okay. So with a different version, here we are having the Python versions 1.0, 2.0. So what is the current version of the Python? 3.10 point so and so version. Okay. So after 3.7 version, we have the major release. From then 2018 onwards, if you observe, we are using the Python. Okay. So earlier I shown about how to work with Visual Studio, and I shown about a simple example with the data types. Now let me explain how to work with the PyCharm. Okay. So most of the members also using the Python. So they're asking about how to work with the PyCharm. So simply see here, type a Python, just go to the PyCharm. Okay. Hope able to follow, right? So click on a
Yes.
download. Here it will ask for the two things. Earlier in the Visual Studio, it is the fully free version. So coming to the PyCharm, there is a two versions, either community version, only pure development. As a developer, you can able to install the and work. It is a free and inbuilt open source. Coming to this professional, they are charging. Okay, they're giving the 1 month free trial and they are charging. So our this one is the fine. Okay, a community version is the because the Python itself is an open source and free version. So now I'm asking the question to everyone: what is mean by open source and what is mean by free version? Yes, please go ahead.
Free version means
Your voice
you
is breaking.
don't need to.
Yeah, let me explain. Your voice is breaking. So open source means,
The
can I
free
able to see the
versions
code?
mean you
Yes,
don't need to pay anything for that help.
correct, correct. So let me explain. Open source means you can able to see the code. Coming to the Python, if you want to modify as per your requirement, you can able to still. Python is the open source. Free means without any license. So just now you're having the PyCharm, it is required in the two. Either you want to go professional, you need to be purchased. Okay. So not only PyCharm, can I use the Anaconda, Jupyter, anything you can able to use. So anaconda.com. If I type anaconda, na anaconda symbols will become. Go for this one. Okay. So almost done. But there is no difference between the VS Code and these PyCharm. So everything look like the same, but two different mobiles will be having the two different options. The same like small look and feel. Look and feel are almost the same. Both are showing the black color. Color wise, we can able to change. Just the organization of the tree and the way of the folder loading will be little different. That's it. The TX is loading. It is asking for the request. I click on yes, simply next, next, next. Here you want to create a desktop shortcut, whatever you want, you can able to add. Otherwise, you can able to leave and go next. No worries. Simply click on install. Okay, it will take you 2 minutes. Meantime, let us go. So this is about ID. Okay, here we have discussed what is the framework, runtime, and ID. Next. So Python contain a rich set of the framework features from where they are taken. If you're using the Python, the functional framework is taken from the C. Not only Python. If you take any programming language, so 99% the functionality programming language, functional programming language is taken from the C. If you take a Java, C Sharp, .NET, .NET C Sharp, whatever it is, PHP, the most of the thing. So before the C also we have so many others, but C taken as the father of programming language. Next, object-oriented programs are taken from the CPP, that is C++. Next, scripting language features are taken from the Perl and shell. Next, modularity programming languages are taken from the modularity. But we no need to learn about C++, Perl or shell. Okay. So simply, we're giving these are the features adapted from the so and so. Next. So what benefits are using the Python? Very easy, simple programming language. All this we have seen. Even we can able to use this Python in the embedded systems also. Different things also. Because our Python is the anywhere you can able to embed it and extend it. Okay. Few other features we have noted. Next, we started with the data types. Why the data types? For example, if you want to perform a certain task, you need a carrier. If you want to buy something, you need a carrier. You want to send something, you need a carrier. So without a carrier, nothing will happen. Okay. Even now, if you give command to the Alexa, also Alexa wants to send something, it is required a carrier. Okay. So here the carrier can be anything, but coming to the programming, any programming language, the carriers are the data types. How many data types are there? Here are the general data types. On the top of this one, we have given Python specific data types. Okay. So data types are the two types. One is the primitive data type. Second one is the non-primitive. Primitive means the value type. Non-primitive means the reference type. Okay. So what are the primitive types? Simply a Boolean, nothing but a true or false. Coming to the Python, you should use the capital T, capital F. Next, character number. In the Python, we don't have any character, direct string only. Object, array or collections class. These collections we are having the three categories. One is the sequence type. Sequence types are which are list, tuple, range. Next, mapping type. This is the dictionary. Next, set type. Set a frozen set. Okay. So in the Python, same like array, numbers are categorized to the three types. So what are the three measures of the Python? Major versions? 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. In the 2.0, we have the double, long. Coming to 3.0, we don't have a long. Simply into flow to complex. Okay. If you take any programming language, it should have the previous earlier version compatibility. Nothing but a prior version compatibility. Coming to the Python, we don't have the prior version compatibility. So in this case, what we need to do? Oh, nothing. So if you're using the so and so version, you need to continue in that so and so version. Okay. But in the specific environment, specific mission or specific deployment server, can I use the 2 to 3 different versions? Definitely. For example, if you're using the Java framework, only one version. Okay. So that's why Python using the virtual environment. Take this statement. So, I mean, just note in your mind, I will explain. So in this virtual environment, we can able to give the specific versions. We'll see. Okay. So finish. Okay. The installation is completed. Coming to the Python, our data types are represented in the two ways. One is the implicit, the second one is explicit. So from here, I will show in the PyCharm. Okay. So let me open the PyCharm. See PyCharm community header. Let me open this PyCharm. So if anybody wants only the PyCharm also, please look at it. So how we need to work with the PyCharm. Okay. So earlier we created a simple program file using the Visual Studio Code, right? Let me open that file in the PyCharm and I will show you. Okay. So earlier also Visual Studio Code is same, right? The look and feel.
Yes.
So there also black color, here also black. See the top menu also same. File, what I need to do? What I need to do? Open project or recent project, close project, what I need to do? Open,
New
reset,
project.
pardon? Manage projects. Do you have any recent project? It will be show. Yeah, Prasad, go ahead.
Yeah, if we have created a project, then otherwise we can new project.
Yes. or else already we have created now. Let me open directly. Okay, so earlier it is open folder, now simply it is the open. In the Visual Studio Code open folder, here open, that's it. So here it will show a tree, there it will load a pop-up. Just a small differences. Okay, here training, so Python, which is our Python programs. Hello. Okay, okay, I just open. See, the project is loaded. Here I need to be run. In the Visual Studio Code, how you are running? Right side you can able to see the runner. Here also right side you are having the runner. Click on a run. That's it. Yes or no? Same. So let me open the Visual Studio Code also. Okay, that's what all these IDs are nearly equivalent, no difference. Okay, file, open folder. In the PyCharm, it is the open. Okay, so let me go. It will open like a pop-up that will be show the a simple tree structure. Select a folder. So click on the file. So what is the path here? Python programs. Okay. So let me use this one. I think path is different. Save it and run. So running wise, everything is both are same. Okay. So this is about PyCharm. So let us see. So whatever you are having the comfortable, you can able to use. Okay. So ID wise, no restriction. You can able to use Anaconda. You can able to use the Jupyter. You can able to use the any type of the ID. So here we are discussing about a Boolean data type. Why we are using the Boolean data type? In your application, you are having the questionnaire and answers. Okay, for example, you want to ask some question and answer. In such a cases, we need to work with a Boolean. Okay, so one more point coming to the Python, we need to know about the Python is the dynamically typed programming language. So what is mean by dynamically typed programming language? So for example, in one situation, if I say res is equal to 10, in the next situation res is nothing but a Boolean. Is it possible? Yes. So whereas in another programming language, it is not possible. So remember this one. Dynamically typed programming is nothing but the type of a variable. So whoever is the carrier, result is the carrier here. For example, let me say name. So now who is carrying my name Krishna? The variable is the name. So in the next, if I say name is equal to 10, it is possible definitely. So that is a behavior of dynamically typed. So this type will be defined at runtime. Okay. So here the thing. For example, if you want to check everything is the runtime, what happened at compile time? Okay. For example, you want to travel. Just take it as an example, a person is going to be traveler. So he has to check the condition of the travel, condition of that bike, car, whatever it is, right? Condition of the airplane, right? Without checking the condition at before going to start, can I check at runtime? I will check the brakes at runtime. I will check the accelerator at runtime. Okay. Unexpected issues will become. Here also, the program is the simpler. If I use such a cases, it is a difficult to run at runtime. So for this one, we're having the two categories. One is the implicitly typed. Next one is explicit. So in the line number 2, what I highlighted now, this is implicit. Okay, by assigning the data at runtime, this data type will be defined. For example, result is equal to int of 10. If I say like this, this is nothing but explicit. Okay, so what I can able to achieve with implicit and explicit. So implicit means so this implicit value will be checked runtime. Explicit, if I explicit means you are defining manually. So you are mentioning there I need to be use this 10 as a integer data type. Okay, if I say explicit, what happen? Compile time itself you are getting the issues. Okay, it will avoid the runtime issues. You may ask, sir, here you are having the 10, here you are having the 10, nothing difference, right? What type of runtime issues? I will show in the upcoming sessions. So tomorrow, our variables will not hard code the data. This data will be coming from the database. Okay. Next. So in case of the Boolean, let us go with the Boolean. Here I given the case. For example, this is the what type? Simply a string. If I say bool of a string, so let me ask a question to everyone. In which case Boolean will be written the true, which case Boolean will be written the false. Yes, please. I given the one statement. So Boolean will be written false for hmm. Please read it out, everyone, please. This is the important statement. Anisha, Chandra, Deepak, Dorina, Nitin, Purna, Revant, Sai, Satvika. Please go ahead and please read out the statement, everyone. So Boolean will be written the false in case of
when the values are default value.
so the values of variable is the default. For example, if I pass a empty, 0, false, square braces, all the empty values, default values, Boolean will be written the false. Okay. So if I given something, Boolean of false is nothing but in this statement as a human, you are thinking about you are passing the false. But the programmatically it is taking as string. The string value exists or no? For the existing string value, the output will become a true. In a such cases, how to fix the Python is giving the eval. So it will evaluate the source value. This will evaluate the source value. If I say Boolean of evaluating the false is nothing but a false. Okay. So this is the what we have completed. So now let me go to the another data type integer, nothing but a number data type. Number or a numeric data type. Okay. So remember what type of data will be going to be transfer. So only whatever you are going to see in your keyboard, right? Same data. In the keyboard you are having the numbers are going to be transferred. So for example, if you are saying a Boolean true or false will be. Okay. If you are saying about a string will be transferred. Special characters, nothing but a string. In Python, numbers are categorized. How many categories? Int, float, complex, integer, float value, complex value. Python 2.0 version, we're having the long, but Python 3.0 version, you don't have such a data. So you don't need to have int. Specify integer values. So it also declared in two types. What are those? Implicit typed and explicit. For example, num is equal to just a number, num is equal to 10. Okay. Print, save, just execute 10. So this is implicit. So how to use the explicit? Simply int int. Int. See the int here. So can I see the definition? So in other programming language, you can able to see the definition, but in the Python, you can able to see the source code. Go to definition. Earlier I showed now, you can able to go and explore. Okay. So next float. Okay. So what happen if I give float is nothing but a decimal. Decimal and a float both are represented same. Okay. In case of this one, how to show? So you are using the integer na? So it will take only integer. So it is not going to be taken as a float. So the output is 10. Okay. So if I want to use float values, you must use the float. Okay. Okay. So whoever is going to the data science, right? So please fully concentration on the data types. Once you are able to work with the data types and the combinations, it is very easy. Next one is the complex. So how to represent a complex number? Complex number is nothing but a, it is represented by using a plus bj. What is mean by a here? Here a is a real part, b is a imaginary part. b is an imaginary part. Example. So a plus bj. For example, 1 plus 2j. Here a is nothing but a 1, b is nothing but a 2. So why so it is imaginary part now? So as per the word 10 plus 2, I mean intermediate or whatever you call. So there were having the complex numbers. I think in the from the 10th class onwards. So there we're having the good explanations. Go to the Wikipedia. There you can able to clear it. Okay. So the real part is nothing but you don't have any combination. Imaginary is nothing but 2j. Okay. So such a scenarios, the complex number where we are using. So we are using our Python in the data science, AIL, ML, for example, even in the satellite also. Okay. So if I want to, here I'm having the object. So here is my satellite is there. How we are going to be calculate? So parabola and hyperbola calculations will be taken at the time they're going to be calculated. So some in imaginary. Okay. So this is the real distance. So there is some imaginary distance I need to be maintained. Okay. So in such a different scenarios we are going to be used. So how to work with? Okay. Simple. Complex the num is equal to. If I create a variable like this, is it a correct way? No. So I will give the rules and regulations how to create a variable. Okay. So this is the correct. So even here, see, so it is saying about type in word complex number. Something it is showing type rename to what it want rename to. So this is not a proper format. Let me go and change to the proper format immediately. So that green shadow is schema. But even with that green shadow also is will work. But as per the rules and regulations of variable creations, we need to be followed. So how to create 1 plus 2j. Okay. So let me create one more. Okay. Simply let me give a and b is equal to 2 plus 2j. While you are practicing, don't use a plus b, I mean ab. Tomorrow you may have the same habit of writing a code that is not a correct. 3 plus 4j. Here it will calculate 1 plus 2 is nothing but a 3, 2 plus 2 is nothing but a 4. Okay, see here, our Python is following the simple English and we very easy. Why so? So if you take any person, scientist or any non-tech guys also, even 10th inter student also, he can able to understand A is equal to so and so, B is equal to so and so, you're printing the value. Such a scenario, if you want to work with Java, .NET, other cases, I need to create a real variable one, imaginary part, I need to perform a calculations in a different ways. 10, 20 lines of code I need to be write. In a such a Python, only 1, 2 lines. Okay, so that's why our Python is a faster execution and less code. So that's why our Python is using, microchips. Microchips should perform as possible as with less coding. It can't able to microchip means always if you take any program, the capacitor has to be on and off, or transistor need to be work. Okay, so if I use the 20 lines of code, how many such electronic items are required? More. Okay, so that is a different standard as per ML. We'll discuss. That is not a part of this one. This is the way I need to be work with. I need to work with complex numbers. Are you clear? So other than this numbers, float values, complex number, did anybody notice any different types? Why so everybody is so silent? Fully in concentration is in the session. Please unmute yourself. If I want to work with a number, only these different 3 types, or do you have any other?
We have others also.
Yeah. So in the such a cases, so what type of data types can we take it as?
Non-primitive.
No, only in the number represented ways, representing the numbers. Okay, see here, this is up to a web application oriented the Python numbers. So other than this, the data analysis, data science, and a few other things. So other than this number types, in the number we're having the different 4 categories: decimal, binary, octal, hexadecimal. Okay, so take it as a next point. Numbers are 4 ways to represent. What are those? First one is the decimal. Decimal means you are representing some number, right? You are just representing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I ask your phone number, so on, so 999999, you are going to be given, or else 1301, so on, so on, so you are going to be given. If you're representing such a case, that is nothing but a decimal. Decimal is nothing but a base 10 number. So mathematically, it will be represented base 10 number. Okay, so whoever go for the data science and other things, now focus here. Web development, testing wise, these 4 categories are, the first category is enough. So you are going to be represent a number from 0 to 9. Okay, for example, let me give num is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9 simply. Okay, so want to fully categorize, so you are using the number system. What type of number system? In the WhatsApp also, if you want to text something, the number system we are following is nothing but a base 10. Okay, so the entire world using the base 10 number system. As a human being, if you want to understand, we can able to understand the base 10 system. So other than this base 10, yes, if I want to use the chip level system, I need to go for the binary information, 0 and 1s. Yes or no? Computer will understand what type of system? Binary. Definitely 0 and 1. 0 means if you're using a ML in the machine learning, we are going to be say like you are having some capacitor, it will be on the real time case, and it will be off in case of zeros and ones. Okay, so the second category is nothing but a binary. This binary is understood by the machine. This is called a base 2 system. It is representing simply 0 comma 1, either 0 or 1. So how to represent? So such a binary I need to be represent 0 b 0b. After the 0b, sir, can I use the 1b? No, 0b. After this, whatever you want, you can able to represent 1 1 1 1. Okay, or else 1 0 1 1. So what is the output of 1 0 1 1? Okay, so how to work with? So just now we see number, right? That is a base 10. So let me use our binary number is equal to 0 b 1 0 1 1. What is the output? Let me print the output.
11.
11. Sir, it is the 1011 you are giving. How the output is 11? Because you are giving the instruction to the machine. Machine is giving to the human understandable. So the output always will be the human understandable. Okay. 1 1 1 1 15.
15.
Okay. So if you remember, let us go little background. What is the first number indicate? 1. Next indication is 2.
10.
Next indication is 4. Next indication is 8. So it will calculate 8 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus sorry, 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1.
1.
What is the output? 15. For example, if I represent 1011, simply it will become 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. What is the output? 15 minus 4 11. So it is equivalent of 1. Second place is of 1 1. Okay. Next I want to give uh, like this 0 0 1 1 means 8 will go up. 0 plus 0 plus 1 means 2 is present. 1 means 1 is present. So this is about the present. Simply binary calculation, binary number calculation. Okay. So if you are having a little confusion, let me know. I will tell you binary calculation even. So binary is nothing but a simply a 4-digit number, correct? In this 4-digit, either it will take a 0 or a 1. That's it. Who will understand this binary information? Missions. Computer is a mission. For example, you are using the Amazon website. Okay, it has to be open in your mission. Okay, so mission has to be understand. So we are going to be given the some binary format. Are you clear about the binary format? This is the way we need to be calculated. So how to write a comment? 3 quotes. Okay, so let me give 0011. What we're expecting? 3.
3.
Okay, so always missions will be give the human understandable output. Remember that one. Why? So as a human only we need to be working. That's So what can be the next one after binary? Base 10, base 2, base
octal.
8.
8. Octal, correct. Octal. Octal is nothing but a base 8. Okay, base 8. So all type of your complex numbers and all type of your number categories. Numbers are categorized in 4 ways. Decimal number, as application development, we are going to work with only decimal numbers. So binary, octal and hexadecimal numbers are supported only by the Python. Other programming languages are not supported by these categories. So that's why we are using the Python in AL, AML and different places. Why so? You are having the support, that's it. So which technology you want to use means as per your requirement. You want to design such application, it can able to support different features you are going to be used. So that's why Python is using in many different places. If I use the base 10, what is the representation? If is the base 10, 0 to 9. If I use the base 8, 0 to 7. 0 to 7. Okay. 0 to 7. Example. How to represent? Anyone?
0.
0.
0.
O for octal. Earlier you have the B for binary, O for octal. Now you need to use the O. The first one is the 0. So here you need to mention from 0 to 7 only. Okay, you need to mention from 0 to 7. What is the output? So now 1101 is become the binary number, octal number. Here you are mentioning octal, right? Then it will take what is the output now? We'll see it. So here please practice more cases. Octal number. So 0. Here you can able to use the small o or capital O, anything can be fine. So here also you can able to use the small b or capital B, anything can be fine. Okay. 1101. 577. Okay, let me change 1 2 3 4. 668. Can I use 1 2 3 9? So immediately it is showing the error. Why? So you are using the octal. Here you are having the syntax O. You are saying about a 9, but octal will take from 0 to 7. Okay. 0. O for octal number. So here you need to be give 6 7 8 9. Now see the error. 8 and 9 are highlighted or no? So 8 and 9 is highlighted and it is saying about you are using the O for octal, trying to use the so and so different, so error. So you need to use up to 0 to 7 only. That 4 number it should be become between 0 to 4. Okay. 3521. So now tell me hexadecimal. Hexa means
16. Hexa means 6.
16.
16. Okay. So it is called base 16. So numbers in general, if you take any number, that is categorized 4 ways: decimal, binary, octal and hexadecimal number. So binary, octal, hexadecimal for the missions, not for the humans. Okay. So mission has to be understand. Example, give me some number. Hexadecimal code, how to represent 0x. 0x. Here you can able to give So wait, I will ask one question. So base 8 is nothing but a 0 to 7. Perfect? Yes, perfect. Base 10 is nothing but a 0 to 9. Perfect? Yes, perfect. Base 16 is nothing but a 0 to 15. 0 to 15? No. Yes. Let me give your votes. Who will go for the 0 to 15 or no? Sagar, Vinay,
No,
Reva,
no,
Nitin, Durina,
no, because
Deepak.
So I think it's 1 to 16.
Because in your computer, just see you are having the 1 to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Correct or no? 1 to 0 in the 1 is the first and 0 is the last in the keyboard, right? Otherwise, 0 to 9. But what happened? You are having the from where to where? 0 to 9. So 0 to 9 means 9 is completed. So it will take a remaining as alphabets number A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 numbers. 9 plus 6, 15. Sorry, 16. Sorry. 0 to 9 is nothing but a 10 numbers plus A to F is nothing but a how many? A, B, C, D, E, F, 6. 10 plus 6, 60. So always all these numbers are categorized into 4 only. Okay, here you can able to say A 9, A 9, 1, 0, or else 1B, whatever you want, you can able to dictate. But can I go for the 1? Yes or no? Okay, so here you need to know the point. Hexadecimal means in our computer we're having the 0 to 9 numbers. After the 9 numbers, in the hexadecimal code, it will take A to F. Okay, so how this will be work? So in the machinery point of view, these calculations we are going to be used. So web point of view, we are using simply base 10 number. Okay, so the next is nothing but a hexadecimal number is equal to, give me some number, 0 x fs efs 3521. Smaller capital you can able to use. So if I use the small and if I use the capital, they're saying about A to F, but machinery is not able to say it is the capital or small. A to F, that's it. Okay, so any data type, how many ways to represent? One is the implicit and second one is explicit. But it is implicit or explicit? This is called implicit. So for this explicit, you need to mention for the binary bin, whatever the base 10, already it is the number, right? Number or a float, you already having the int or float. So octal, OCT. If I want to use hexal, HEX. Okay, so please take this one also. So how to represent a decimal is nothing but integer or float. So binary is represented by bin, bin. Octal is represented by the OCT. Hexadecimal is represented by HEX. Here you need to be pass. Clear? Any confusion? So decimal base 10 number. Generally you are using the integer number, float, binary, octal, hexadecimal only will understand by the machine, not for the human. These will be used in the calculations. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow. So what have seen? today's session, we have just revised basics of what we have completed till today. I mean, till yesterday, last sessions. Next, we have seen about Boolean data type. We have seen about how to work with pie cham. Pie cham. What is a pie cham? If anybody asks, a pie cham is nothing but IDE where you need to be write some program for the Python. Next, we have seen about number data type. Number next data type categories. Next, we are having the number subtypes. What are the number subtypes? Just now we discussed base 10, base 2, base 8, base 16. Hexadecimal, octadecimal number. Okay. So I will create a lab link and I will send text you everyone. So take it as a lab. Print output of false. Yes, Boolean false. Okay, I want to print output of a false as a Boolean false. So after completion of our course, if you want to try for any certification program, I mean like that program also you can able to do it. Okay. So these are the simple questions they will ask, and these are the little tricky and confused. What is output of a bool of 0 they will give. Next, print addition of a two complex numbers and one complex and one normal number. One complex and take it as a one normal number. Okay. Yeah, Deepak, please wait. Okay, team, that's it for today. Please use the same link to join tomorrow. Thanks for the day. So whoever is having the doubts, please be stay. We'll discuss.
Thank you.